Welcome to today's week's Best Friend podcast, where we find out who is the best friend in the Friends universe. With me today is special guest Ian Martinez. Ian, thank you for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I know you have a lot of opportunities out there, and for you to take time out of your schedule and be with us as our Friends expert, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're on season 1, episode 7. If you would please, dear sir, give us an episode summary.
Sure. Episode 7 is a real barn burner. The gang goes through a blackout. Chandler meets a supermodel. Rachel meets Paolo. And Ross gets in the zone.
Yes. Barn burner, does that come from like Little House on the Prairie or something? Like,
it's I think it's open to interpretation, but I think everybody knows what barn burner means.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was asking.
No, it's it's typically, I think it's typically attributed to like a basketball game or something like that, where it's a very exciting it's a very exciting match.
Oh yes, it can be attributed to that or to curling. If you're on fire, they say you're burning the barn.
Yeah,
because you're curling so well.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah. So for all those things, this was an exciting episode.
So the blackout episode, all the power goes out in New York City.
Yeah.
Chandler's all by himself. And the rest of the friends are together.
Yeah, and this is one of the big, Chandler's by himself with Jill Goodacre, who, very attractive woman, Victoria's Secret model from the 90s. This is an interesting thing, too. This is where we start to build up a lot of the Ross and Rachel sort of mythology about them, we're starting to get these things, like, not the,
the mythology.
Well, I was thinking later seasons, the stuff that gets referred to
canon?
a lot. Like, sure. But like stuff like the Italian guy, which will come up over and over again. This is like the birth of something, of that kind of reference.
So those of you who are first joining us on the Best Friend podcast, what we do is we go through each individual character using the 4 pillars of a best friend. There's 4 subcategories under each pillar, and we rate them on how good best friend would act in the episode and how they are. So we start with Chandler, and then we go through Ross.
Those 4 categories that we're going to be judging each one of the 6 on: honesty, kindness, fairness, loyalty. And we start out with Chandler. Those are the 4 again, pillars of a true best friend. And by going through these questionnaires and ranking them and how we feel like they perform during the show, we're going to eventually get to the root of who we think the best friend is.
Definitely. And please play along at home. Make sure you print out your PDF of the game, and that way you can play along. All right, so let's start off with Chandler. Honesty, if you would go and give me the 4 categories.
Yeah.
Or not the 4 categories, the 4 levels of honesty.
Honesty, 4 levels here. We got lies most of the time, lies sometimes, consistently tells the truth, always tells everyone the truth.
Now, since he wasn't with any of the friends, he only made a call home. He phoned home, and
he phoned home.
Right. So, going back to the mythology of Friends, you'll notice a real big connection between this episode, the Minotaur on the picture in the background, connecting to E.T.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say, I didn't know if you were going to get there or not. E.T. phoned home. E.T. also phoned home.
Yes, he did. Along with many other characters.
Along with Peter Coyote.
Yes. Honesty. So did he lie to any of his friends? No, but he also didn't tell. Did he tell? He did tell the truth.
He did tell the truth.
So in this episode, he always told the truth to his friends.
I'm going to say he always told everyone the truth. Yes, I'm going to say that.
Because that's what he did.
I don't know why I'm laughing about this. It's not funny. It's very serious. But no, I don't even think he lied to Jill, really. Like, he was so confused in his thoughts, that he eventually did want the gum, but I don't think he necessarily lied.
Right. And going back to the canon of what will happen, like, people will start saying that's so being later on. Like, oh, that's such a being thing.
Yeah.
You're being something.
Yeah, like Peter Sellers starred in that movie, Human Being.
Exactly. So go ahead and lock in your answer. Next is kindness. Go ahead and give me the 4 choices.
Kindness. For that, we've got four choices for kindness. Rude or mean most of the time. That's probably the bad. That probably represents the bad side. Rude or mean sometimes. We're warming up here. Always kind. Getting kind of hot. and then is kind to everyone all the time. This one's scorching.
I like how bad is cold and good is hot. Like, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're really scorching. Like, you're really on fire being kind to
Yeah,
everybody
it's a real
all the
scorcher.
time. The barn burner's a scorcher. I mean, he did snap at Monica only because Monica couldn't understand his mumbling.
Yeah. But even at that, yeah, it didn't necessarily seem unkind.
Was it? I would have to say he's always kind.
I guess it's enough to knock him down to always kind. I mean, I guess you made a point there.
These people are friends. Like, you should know my mumbling.
Yeah. Well, is that Monica's fault then?
I think it's both their fault. Communication is a two-way street.
Well, communication isn't one of the 4 GD pillars on here, so who gives an S?
You communicate by kindness, by honesty, by fairness, and by loyalty. I put in always kind. I'm locking it in.
Actually, you know what? I have to admit, I did put is kind to everyone all the time. Even though I agree with your assessment that it should be probably always kind, I had already locked it in. And according to the scientific method, I can't change my choice.
Oh, see, this is why I'm glad we have it set up this way. And if this is your first time joining, you'll understand why we have set it up this way. We go through each of the characters, and later on, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Fairness.
Fairness, we've got 4 choices. Always one's own way, even at the expense of others. Sometimes insists on having your own way, even if it isn't fair to others. Is always fair. Is fair to everyone all the time in every situation.
Again, since we're talking about the best friends and how the 6 of them work together, since he was by himself this time, you can't really ding him for being a Bing.
Yeah, you can't ding the Bing. I'm going to take him to the max on this one. Is always fair to everyone all the time in every situation.
And this episode.
Yeah.
All right. So, I agree with that one. All right. Loyalty.
Locking it in. Loyalty. I said the locking it in thing
after
way too late.
Yes.
All right. So loyalty.
No, I think I noticed and everyone else noticed as well.
It was way late. Loyalty. I've got 4 choices here for loyalty. Never miss me, my friend. Boo. Can turn against me if others do. Ooh. Sticks by even when others don't. And then always sticks by friends and family.
So like the Pepsi challenge or something like.
I don't know what I was doing because for the people at home, I was putting my hands behind my head as if I was like out on like the beach and being like, "This is the life."
He was doing that for the people at home, and then for the people in the gym, he was simultaneously pumping his legs too. So it was like, I'm at home relaxing for you, and if you're at the gym, my legs are pumping iron.
Yeah, and I was like, this is the life.
Always sticks by friends and family.
Yeah, I got to give him the always sticks by friends and family. Take him to the max.
All right, lock it in. Let's go ahead to the next character. Joey. This is where we're gonna. If you're at home, this is where we're gonna speed things up. We're not gonna go through all the 4 choices anymore. Please play along at home. Make sure you print it out. A lot of people keep it in their categories box, their Mad Gab.
Yeah, Mad Libs. You
Mad
can take
Libs.
it to the. You take a pee break right now if you need to.
Because there's going to be no time for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pause the episode. Take a pee break.
Yes, do that.
Yeah,
pee break.
Yeah, pause it, but don't run out.
We're not pausing to take a pee break.
Don't leave the episode playing while you pee. Pause it.
You're not going to figure out anything. All right, so Joey,
Everybody's
honesty.
back. You know what? I mean, this is where it gets a little tricky. This is where it gets sticky, everybody. It gets sticky and tricky because I'm not necessarily, I actually think he did a lot of great stuff, but he did actually lie, about the whole, what's Ross doing out there?
Exactly. So you can be the best friend, but your honesty and your fairness, loyalty, and kindness can be out of whack.
I mean, yeah, that seemed like it'd be like one of his biggest actions throughout the show, and it revolved around a lie. And kind of have to put lies sometimes.
And that's where, you can't do your Brrr test where it's cold because he's doing it for a greater good.
Yeah.
Kindness.
I'm going to take him to the max in this one. I think he was kind to everyone all the time.
I think he was rude or mean, but yes, but I think I
didn't lock anything in yet.
Oh, well, maybe you should before I discuss. No, but I think tough love is what he used with Ross, and it was sort of mean, but sometimes you have to be tough to actually be like, hey, Ross, if you don't make a move right now, she's going to be gone. Like, you can't, he tells Ross, like, you're not going to be able to get her. You waited too long. And he really is amping him up.
Yeah.
To make a move, which is good, which is what a best friend should do.
You're right.
But it's not always kind.
Yeah, I did lock the answer in too because you told me to. So I already put is kind to everyone all the time.
Well, that's wrong.
But I agree with what you're saying. He was a little bit he was giving, like sticking it to old Ross over there. I'm doing another, like doing this for the people at home. I'm doing a little like stabby motion.
I'm doing this for the people listening to the audio only. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Yeah,
That's
little-
audio only.
Does it come through on the little bumps? When you have like, you're looking at a representation of audio, there's bumps.
Yeah, so he
There's
gives a little bump.
There's like spikes, right?
Yeah,
No,
so-
hold on, wait a second. Shut up, everyone.
Bump.
All right. Well, I was actually okay. So, fairness.
So
Hmm.
the episode wasn't about him, but he was. I think he was definitely treading a fine line between Ross and Monica here. And
Is anything unfair though?
no, there's nothing unfair. I said, like he wasn't trying to hurt Monica, and he was trying to protect Ross with what he's doing. I think that's fair.
Yeah. I'm taking him to the max.
Mm-hmm. Loyalty.
Name. Oh, I gotta say, he always. Sticks by
Always.
friend.
You know what? Shut up.
I mean, come on. I mean, shut up, everyone.
No, shut up. Always sticks by friends and family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna click that in next. Monica.
Honesty. Would she lie about anything?
I don't think she lied about anything.
No, actually, there's a whole game where they were telling the truth. They were talking about doing it.
They were talking about the pool table. She was talking about the pool table. Always tells the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she always tells everyone the truth.
Kindness. Was she unkind to anybody? Was she? I don't think so. I'm going to say is kind to everyone all the time.
I'm gonna have to give her that.
You know what? Give it to her, please.
I had to say, yeah.
Fairness. I think she's fair to everyone in every situation.
I think so.
Even when Phoebe gets her feelings hurt because she thinks she's last to know, she's like, no, you're not.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think you're right.
Loyalty, I got to say.
Always sticks
by.
Friends and family. I had a term for this, and I can't remember what it was anymore, but,
it was barn burner.
Yeah. We'll come back to it.
Go ahead and submit those answers. All right, Phoebe
here, honesty.
Okay, was she dishonest about anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I was trying to think, but yeah, go ahead and yell it in my ear. That will make me.
I'm going to say, I think she always tells the truth. No, I think so. I don't think she, I guess it's sad. I mean, we're going to get some more Phoebe-centric and Joey-centric, but there haven't been a lot of she doesn't get a lot of opportunities to do very dynamic things. So I don't think she lied about anything.
True. I don't think she did.
Always tells everyone the truth.
Kindness. Was she kind or was she mean to anybody in here? I love how this is the kindness scale, and then there's kind, rude, mean in the in the spectrum down there.
Yeah.
But I don't think she was rude or mean to anybody within this episode. I'm trying to think.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm really trying. She had a thing with the cat. I don't know. She wasn't rude or mean. She sang a couple songs.
And then she was just Phoebe.
Kind to everyone all the time in my eyes. My book.
And I had to say this. She's getting high marks on these pillars. Still doesn't mean she's going to be the best friend of the episode.
Yeah. I mean, this one she is. No, I'm just kidding, everybody. No spoilers. And actually, I don't even know that right now. And I don't even think that.
Fairness.
I don't think that far ahead.
Is she fair to everybody?
So she's fair to everyone in every situation all the time.
I
always.
agree with that. I can't disagree with it. I mean, I could disagree with it, but I'm not going to.
But why would you? I mean, there's no point because it's the right thing.
Right. Loyalty.
I'm going to say this is always sticks by friend and family.
I'm going to say, sticks by friend and family. Let's go ahead and lock that in. And then
God, I'm sorry. I've been I mean, people might have noticed I've been sort of economical with my words up to this point. That's not the right terminology.
Economical? I've been very economical with my words.
Damn it. There was something else. There's another word I was trying to use. Anyway. Oh boy. Rachel. Rachel.
Oh, Rachel is so we finished up with Phoebe, now we're on to Rachel.
Oh boy. This is where it always everybody. Okay. Nobody has to take a pee break on this one. Just get ready for it, everybody. Okay.
Even if you have to take a pee break, you know what you're gonna want to do. You're gonna listen to everything.
You know what? You don't need to take a pee break. You need to take a break for the other thing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Number 2.
So gross.
Hold on. I think that was just meant to be the flushing sound, but I think I put both sounds together.
Was it the handle? Never mind.
That's a really terrible flushing sound. All right,
Rachel, honesty.
I mean, she really didn't lie about anything, so
And this would we go for these pillars, but just because
Right.
you're a friend that hits on all these pillars does not mean you're somebody's best friend.
Yeah, which is really odd because if you get high marks in these, since we've designated these the 4 biggest pillars,
There are a lot of best friends that call in and send us tweets, and they're like, I don't understand. Like, I am crushing it on these pillars, but still we have problems as friends. And it's like, well, okay, you can crush it on these things, but you have to understand there's a balance.
Yeah, we say big doy,
Big doy. We say big doy.
Big doy. I think she tells the truth to everyone. I'm locking that in, that she gets the highlight.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I don't know why I hate to say it.
I know, you don't have to hate it.
Kindness. Is she kind to everyone? She is kind to everyone in this episode. I don't
Is
think
she kind to everyone?
Is she not kind?
Well,
I don't think she's mean.
I think she's rude or mean sometimes.
How?
I mean, I think that, not just a viewer. I know Ross hasn't come out and said it yet, but it should be pretty obvious how he feels about her.
So you
He's
think
been very transparent.
you think she knows, and she
should know. And if she's not, then she's not being a good friend by not picking up on those things. I mean, it's like, that's a little rude. Plus, Ross when he's out there on the balcony with her, he's trying to tell her something, and then she gets distracted by a cat. And then all she's concerned about is the cat. She never even comes back to it like, oh, hey, what were you about to tell me?
That is kind of rude.
I want to say rude or mean sometimes.
I'm doing it too. I'm going. It's a good thing I didn't lock it in.
Yeah.
Fairness. Is she fair? Or, I'm going to say she had her own way.
Yeah, I'm going to give her the worst one of them all. The real iceberg. Always 108, even at the expense
The worst one of all, the real iceberg.
Yeah, the iceberg. But we always associate with badness.
Hey, give me that really bad lettuce. The iceberg.
Yeah. The old lettuce scale. It was, always 108, even at the expense of others. She brings that guy around. That Italian.
And she doesn't even know this guy. Makes out with him.
Yeah. This Italian person.
Oh, you can't even understand what he's saying.
I know. This guy comes around and he's Italian.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being Italian.
No, you know what the worst thing is about being Italian? Is trying to being.
Right.
He's trying to being Italian.
Yeah.
And that's the worst.
I don't like it. What did you say?
The worst.
What did you say? What is it?
The worst.
Okay.
Oh, the worst.
The worst.
The worst.
Oh, man, I did a terrible one.
Yeah,
Hold on a
was
second.
pretty...
The worst. Wait a minute. Oh, what am I doing
I don't
there?
know.
What is that? What voice am I doing? The worst.
There you go,
Damn it. It's getting
a
worse.
Midwestern.
Oh, yeah. Mine's getting...
Oh, the worst.
Everybody out there, you guys know what that quote comes from. I'm not even going to tell you.
All right, loyalty. I'm going to have to say...
I'm sorry. I just looked at this one. It says, never admits to being my friend. Like, is anybody ever going to earn that category? Is anybody ever going to get that designation? Holy crap. Never admits to being my friend.
I think that happens in later episodes. We can't do it now.
Yeah.
But in The Office, I think definitely Rachel and Chandler have that happen.
Oh, maybe you're right. So that's the coldest one. Coldest choice.
I'm going to say can turn against me.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say that too.
All right, we'll go ahead and lock it in.
Locking it in. I mean, we don't have to explain why we made that choice.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Ross. Ross here. Honesty.
I'm going to have to say he does lie sometimes. Yeah, I mean, he's lying to Rachel, and then he sort of brushes it off. Not that it's a bad thing that he lied.
Is he lying to Rachel?
Well, doesn't he go out there and then he says it's something else or something?
No, he just doesn't get a chance to because the cat jumps on him.
Oh, well, I think that's a lie. I say if you don't say it, that's a lie.
God. Wow, that's a very broad definition.
And I have to say that because I already locked in.
I was
lies
just going to say
sometimes.
consistently tells the truth, but...
Yeah, kindness.
Kindness. Oh, I'm going to say he's rude.
I'm going to say...
rude
Rude
to me sometimes. Sometimes. He got a little pissy about the whole cat thing, He was kind of a grumpus about that.
I know how you feel about cats, but you can't take out how he feels about cats with the best friends.
I'm just saying Rachel was taking care of the cat at the time, and so he was his rudeness towards the cat was sort of he was angling a shot at Rachel basically.
Right, but you can't take out the cat on Rachel.
Yeah. He was kind of like, hey, Rachel, I'm frustrated with you. And so I'm going to take it out on this cat, you know, and then you're going to taste some of that. You know, you're going to taste it. You know how somebody says I'm going to punch you so hard your cat will taste it?
You're going to taste it in the...
Rude or mean sometimes. That's what I'm going for.
Fairness.
Oh,
boy.
Fairness. I mean, this is the most clearly defined category that we have here. Is he unfair?
I don't think he's unfair to anybody, is he?
No.
I mean, he doesn't give Pablo a chance.
You're right, but I mean, well, and you know, and since Rachel brought Paolo, and since she is obviously interested in Paolo, I mean,
so Pablo probably isn't the best.
Is it, if he's rude to him, is that like being rude to Rachel?
Yeah.
Well, actually, we've already got off the rudeness thing, but is it fair?
Let me tell you, yeah, if you bring a friend over and they're rude to him, you know, like, it is on. So sometimes insists on having it's his own way because he has to go out there and talk to Rachel.
All right. And then Monica can't come out on the balcony like she wants.
Yeah. Oh.
So, yeah.
I don't know why I'm tapping like that means something like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm really giving it to Ross on this one.
Loyalty. Sticks by, I might have given him second highest. Sticks by even when others don't.
I don't know if he was unloyal to his friends.
Well,
I'm gonna give him always sticks by friends and family.
That's fine.
That's what I'm doing.
Go ahead and lock it in.
Oh boy, man, that feels good.
All right, now we have finished our
feels good.
Now we've finished our analysis of each individual character.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Ian's favorite part, the Gunther watch.
Gunther watch. On this one, Gunther caused a blackout.
If you notice in the one of the first frames, he's in the background and he has a yellow coffee mug. And if you notice, all the yellow lights are taken out of the city.
Yeah. If you pause it at 13 seconds in, where Gunther is standing near the espresso machine, one of the attachments of the espresso machine, it looks like it looks like an arm where his penis should be, and it's pointing towards Rachel. Rachel is standing in front of a blanket that's got a very Native American, kind of print to it.
It has very Native American fabric.
And then there's a corner, and it has a poster of a guy skiing. But the aspect ratio, there's something wrong with this skiing person. His legs are too small. His top is too big.
And it looks like he has horns.
It looks like he has a tail.
He looks like a minotaur.
He does. We need to. It looks like yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That was your Gunther watch for this week. So now that everyone's been playing along, go ahead and take those scores and rip them up. Put them into the Friends 3000 Scantron machine. Make sure we get those online. We want to see your results. And now, favorite part of the show is the best friend ranking, 1 through 6 of the episode.
Yeah, we found out this is a fan favorite. And it's also the only part that really it has a quantitative, analysis that we can do, based on, so it's interesting.
Well, going through all those is good because we find out that because you lie doesn't make you a bad friend. Sometimes you have to lie to save one friend, and you're not necessarily hurting another friend, but you just lie.
Yeah.
So 1 through 6, 1 being the highest, 6 being the lowest best friend. Where would you like to start?
I'm going to go with I want to start out with number 6 in this one. I got to go with my gut. And when I say got to go with my gut, I got to say the one that makes me feel like I have to poop. And that's Rachel.
Let's get off the poop jokes, please.
Look, I'm not being blue about this or anything, I mean, these are just jokes, you guys. I mean, it's just jokes.
There's a large fan base that loves your jokes. I also had to go with Rachel. She's just, Chandler's all by himself, and he's more of a friend to everybody than Rachel is.
Yeah, and I don't even like poop jokes.
Wait a second.
I really don't. It's not my thing. I'm not into it. I mean, that's, that's not my kind of humor, and I actually hate it.
All right, so Rachel is definitely number 6.
She's definitely number 6. Now I'm even more upset.
Because I don't even like those jokes.
Yeah.
And she's making me say them.
Did you say Rachel is also your number 6?
Oh, yeah.
It's a lock.
I was saying just Chandler's off by himself, but he's more of a friend to everybody than Rachel is.
He really was.
In their presence.
Yeah, he was.
And he wasn't even there.
He was.
How about going to number 1? Or do you want to go to number 5?
I gotta go. I need to work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work this one out.
I already know who my number 1 is, but go ahead.
Well, I don't want you to blow it for me. No spoilers. Number 5. I'm sorry. I gotta go with Ross on this one. You know, I mean, I know like maybe it seems like he was kind of victimized by some things, but you know, when it comes to the Rachel stuff, I mean, it seems like it.
But again, if you're victimized, he makes himself the victim.
That's what yeah.
And that's not always the best friend to have around.
Exactly. You know, and it affects everybody else. Like all of his actions are affecting everybody else. You know,
I love that because it does, because he won't take action. Joey has to take action for him, but that causes an action for him to lie to Monica, which causes Monica to attack Phoebe a little bit, which causes Phoebe to feel left out because she's always last to know.
Yeah. So, I mean, but now by everything you just said really there, I wish I could have put him. Now I wish I could switch the two. But anyway, yeah. So Ross is the number 5.
Yeah, definitely. Number 4, I would have to say Chandler.
This one's tough.
No, not for me. I said Chandler.
And this one is really tough.
Yeah, not for me. I already said Chandler. And again, within the episode, he just wasn't there enough. I mean, definitely those two are really down there.
Yeah, they were. I'm going to go with Phoebe. You know, I mean, she seems to be complaining a lot about feeling left out and doesn't seem founded, you know.
But she's still with her friends.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, being kind of a pain in the buns.
She's still with her friends. Chandler doesn't even care to be with his friends right now.
Being kind of a pain in the buns, and that's...
Chandler's just off with some girl. Everyone else is together.
I'm just saying. And
Chandler calls in to make sure his friends know that he's okay, but no one was like, oh my God, is Chandler okay?
I'd say she's kind of in the buns, and that just really I didn't like that.
All right, number 3. I'm gonna have to go with Monica.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, nope. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Monica on this one, number 3.
Yeah, I know you are.
You know, I'm gonna agree with you there.
Coming up from there, Phoebe.
For me, number 2, it's Chandler. I mean, hey, listen, I know you don't get extra points for being. Well, I guess in this case you do. He wasn't around. He didn't really affect anybody.
I'm gonna say he was kind of pain in the buns.
I don't know about that. He wasn't a pain in the buns. He was, whatever the case. Not whatever the case. I think that he did good stuff.
Let me just tell you something.
Yeah,
Chandler, total pain in the buns as well.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we use a term like that. We talk about somebody. Like who's a real pain in the buns, like Phoebe was in this one.
All right, number 1, Joey.
Joey, who, again, we talk about this.
He doesn't get the highest marks on the 4 pillars.
He doesn't.
I mean, he gets marks consistently on those because we have to put him in.
He does get marks.
But he doesn't get what you think are the brightest or the most sunshine.
Or the hottest ones, temperature-wise.
Or the most positive, yes.
Or the hottest temperature-wise choices.
But he is the best friend of this episode because he protects Ross and he protects Monica.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
By making up the story.
Oh, right. But he's also giving Ross a lot of good advice and stuff. He's giving him a lot of giving him the stuff he needs.
All right. So go ahead and give me your list, 1 through 6. List them.
Okay. We're going to start out here at number 6, Rachel. Ugh. Number 5, Ross. Ugh. Number 4, Phoebe. Oof. Number 3, Monica. Number 2, Chandler. And number 1, Joey.
Good. Yeah. So me, number 1, Joey. Number 2, Phoebe. Number 3, Monica. Number 4, Chandler. And now if I could create like a huge chasm right here, like between 4 and 5.
Right.
And, make them on another galaxy. This is how far 4 and 5 are away from each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be Ross and Rachel.
Yeah, this doesn't bode well for Ross and Rachel. I have no spoilers, but I just get a feeling like the stories are going to start focusing on them a lot more than they already have, which they've already focused on them most of the time.
Yes. So there's our list, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for playing along. Make sure you catch us next weekend or next week or next day that we actually do this and listen for episode 108.
Yeah.
Any last words?
I mean, really, just thanks, for everybody who listens. I mean, really, it's sweet. I think it's sweet.